Hi, this is Marina from Darkstar Astrology, bringing you the mystery chart of the week, number 3. And this one is related to something in the news. I don't know if everyone's seen it. But anyway, here's the clue. I'm going to give a musical clue each week, I think. Pissing the night away, pissing the night away. He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink. It's related to this person, and the clue is in the lyrics to this song. So if you know this song and you've seen the news report, if it was in the news, then it might help you with finding out who this person is, and it might have consequences for this person. That's the reason I'm hinting at it. So let's look at the chart. So I have looked at this chart before, and it's interesting to reassess it now. Very destined chart with the, look at that. I mean, the ascendant is with the North Node. So this life, they really have to get it right. They have some huge, I think, karmic debts to repay. And the chart ruler is Mercury in the 6th house. So it has to be of service to others. Wow. Okay. Now, this person is born just before a full moon, very, very close. I mean, it's 15 minutes. So they are waxing. They are shining to the brightest they can possibly be. I think this is a very lucky chart, but whether it's a good chart is another question. Interesting that down in the bowels of her chart is Venus with Scorpio. That can be quite Persephone in a way, in the underworld really. And this person was born during the, well, you can see that there's the Uranus-Pluto conjunction. So that's probably a bit of a clue as well. So that generation were, I mean, I think they're very catalytic. And they are at an age now that they can really make an impression on the world, and in the world, and I think they're really here to be a part of this big play, whatever it is, what's playing out. So this is someone who's very destined, very lucky. That North Node rising as well, in one of the most stellar, powerful areas of the sky, because where's the ascendant? Yeah, the ascendant is in Orion's belt, and the closest star really is Alheka, which is the tip of the bullhorns. So this is a very formidable person, very strong. I mean, it's like a tank. It's built like a tank. It really is. They picked a vehicle for the territory. And now, see, now that I know a bit more about the North Node, which I always thought was supposed to be lucky and good in Western astrology, but I've heard that it's not so much because it is Rahu, and Rahu is not seen as so good in the East. So this is kind of devouring. And the weird thing as well is that the Jupiter, the ruler of the descendant, which is enemies, is on Algol, which is the is the head of Medusa. Actually, let's see, the descendant is actually, no, Jupiter is closer to Capulus, which is the dragon slayer. So, I mean, I don't know if this person is the dragon that will get slayed at some point by enemies, because I think this person has got a huge karmic debt to pay, and I think they're going to be in a position of power where they could actually pay back this debt and sort of what's the word? Be, there's a possibility for redemption here. But they might not be allowed to do that because there are powerful enemies, and and with Pluto and Venus underground in the 4th house as well, there are these abused Persephones as well. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So it is related to that. Oh, the descendant, by the way, is on Lesath, which is the sting of the scorpion. Yeah, the enemies of this person are very, very venomous, and I don't know. I don't know whether they are going to work with the enemies because, obviously the South Node is conjunct the Descendant as well. And the South Node is on Lezath. So let's just say it's a very fated life. Also, with Saturn retrograde up on the midheaven, what the world sees of this person is quite severe and quite reserved as well. So the mission, the sun, I mean, that's quite weak really in Libra. It's annoying because it's kind of opposite. The moon is like this warrior, this kind of warrior, kind of fighting person. But the sun in Libra in the fifth, can be a bit indulgent down there. And it's not powerful. It's peregrine down there too. But maybe it is strengthened by Saturn a bit because of the trine. So it's kind of like fated life. It's going to be difficult, but at the same time, lucky. I just get the feeling of lucky, but just because of the North Node with the Ascendant. And yes, and then there's Jupiter square Mars as well. It's a fighting chart. It is a fighting chart. I don't know why, because when I looked at it before, I thought it was a lucky chart, but I'm not so sure now. I don't know. Just because, is it because, let me see, because Orion's belt rising, maybe that's what was lucky. Let me just double check. All right, okay. Listen to this. I think I was getting mixed up because what I did last time, I had a very wide orbs for the fixed stars. I experimented with using like a wider thing for a while, and that put Betelgeuse as this person's ascendant. But actually, it is, it's not. It's closer to Al-Heka and Al-Nitak, which is in Orion's belt. So listen to this. When rising, Al-Nilam together with Al-Nitak and Mintaka portend irreligious and treacherous individuals. In a female chart, any of these three stars rising portend a shrew. God. So, you see, I was thinking of Betelgeuse, which is at 29, but no, this is not. This is at 24, and what a difference. So I was thinking of this being a very lucky chart before, but, well, it depends. It depends what happens. Anyway, it's a powerful one nevertheless, whatever way you look at it, because yes, that's it, Fomalhaut. Fomalhaut is on the midheaven, and that does bring fame. Let me just check what that one is again. See, now Fomalhaut, if it's rising, is extremely lucky, but on the midheaven, not so much, and there isn't even a meaning for it from Robson. Strangely, it's kind of ignored, which is weird. But Bernadette Brady has a meaning for Fomalhaut midheaven, and she says that it is, she says it on a pivot point. So it's strong but possibly ill-founded belief in oneself, the possibility that one is living on an illusion of oneself, or to live in another world and then to be destroyed by hubris. So, Now, actually, this is what I found, right, about midheaven Pisces 1, which is what this person has. So there are a few here who fall into the very bad or infamous category, because it's either very, very good or very, very bad, Fomalhaut. Now, Prince William has this on his midheaven, and who else? Marie Antoinette, Boris Yeltsin, Lady Gaga. Some of these people, by the way. Cliff Richard, who was an interesting one, because he was like Mr. Saintly singer in England. And then there were some allegations, let's say, against him in a very icky way. Very Persephone, Pluto there. Actually, talking about that, Pluto, the Persephone discovery chart has this star on the midheaven. Also the Cray twins, the famous gangsters, and Osho as well. I mean, usually this star is kind of a bit away with the fairies, But this person, because they've got Saturn up there, they're an odd mix of away with the fairies, but also very practical as well, very Saturnian. So I think I'm going to leave it at that for the free version. Now, what I want to look at in the second half is the transits, because this person may end up being in a very powerful position, and I want to see if they will end up in that position. And also, I did look at this chart before, and so I'm going to there'll be a bit of what I said way back in, I think it was October of last year, which seems to be, fitting very well for now. And then, we'll sort of see what's in store for this person. So as always, the first person to get it, send me an email. They have to find it on my website, and the first person who wins will get a free 3 months subscription of Darkstar Astrology. So, and it's the subscriptions that make this kind of subject matter that I'm talking about possible. I have to keep it with the memberships so I can talk about more Pluto juicy subject matters instead of just blatantly on YouTube. So just to say as well, if you do put the answer in the comments, you won't win because it's the first person that emails me. So thanks for listening. Do come to Darkstar Astrology for ebooks, horoscopes, yearly, monthly, and subscribe, all those things that help the algorithm put me further up. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.